And Abraham was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. And he went on his journeys from the Negev even to Bethel, to the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Ai, to the place of the altar which he had made there at the first. And there Abraham called on the name of the Most High. We're seeing an instance to where when he's calling on the Most High, he's going back to the place that he dedicated for the Most High. It's not saying that we can't pray and speak to the Most High elsewhere, but it's interesting that the Tanakh is bringing out that when he's going to call on the Most High, he's going to the place that he dedicated towards the Most High, which is the most sacred place, right? Or the most set apart place in his mind that is towards or for the Most High. That's why he's going back to it. So that's why I believe we have connections, we have Mishkan that we dedicate to the Most High. So the Most High will hear us there. The Most High hear us anywhere, but the Most High will hear us at the places that he deemed to accept our dedication for him, right? Think about when we're praying towards Jerusalem. This is where it was dedicated as far as our prayers, if we're facing that direction. I'm not going to say east because if you're on the other side, you're not facing east. So towards Jerusalem, this is the same concept we're seeing right here. So I wanted to point that out. Verse 5, and Lot also, who went with Abraham, had flocks and herds and tents. So we not only do we see Abraham having these things, but those who are associated with Abraham, right, or Abraham, have these things, or Abraham, those that are associated with them, those that are a part of this journey with him, right? Abraham is a servant of the Most High, and he has individuals with him that are following along with him, right? They are coming under his tutelage, right? And they have these things as well. Let's keep going. Verse 6. And the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together. Watch this. And there was a strife between the herdmen of Abraham's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's or Lot's cattle. And the Canaani and the Perizi dwelt then in the land. Now watch this. It didn't say it was strife between Abraham, right, and Lot. It said amongst the herdmen of both Abraham and Lot or Lot. So what this shows is, although the goal is to be on one accord community-wise, to gain and have brotherhood amongst one another, sisterhood, whatever it might be, we must understand that there is still a remnant. Everyone is not going to be able to accomplish this or do it. Everyone is not going to have it in their mind that they want to do it. We have to remember that, and we cannot allow it, by us seeing that a lot of people aren't doing it, to cause us to fall away, to cause us to want to pull back from the Most High, to cause us to want to be mediocre or complacent because, well, everyone else is doing it. That's not what we can do. We don't have that luxury if we are servants of the Most High. So what we see here is Abraham and Lot, they're not the ones that's having strife. But what we do see is wisdom. Watch this, what Abraham says to Lot. And Abraham said to Lot or Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and you. We don't want this. Because he mentioned us first. Then he goes and says, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we are brethren. Wait a minute, I thought that was your nephew. We are brethren. He calling him his brother, but that's his nephew. That shows a different connection. That shows a different love, right? To call your nephew your brother. And then also, we see wisdom in Abraham saying, okay, look, we got to do something because we're not at odds right now. We're not having strife towards each other. But what I do know if we let this fester and keep going on, eventually we may have strife with one another. That's what Abraham is saying right now. That's what Abraham is saying right now. Let's keep going. Verse 9. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. Right? If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left. So they're not at odds or strife, but they want to keep this relationship the way it is. So let's just part ways for now. Let's remove these individuals that are a part of us. We can't let them go technically because they are a part of our family. They're a part of what we're doing. Let's just part for now. All right. Verse 10, and Lot lifted up his eyes. He didn't argue. He didn't say, no, I'm not doing it. He didn't say any of that. He understood the mission. He understood what they are to one another. He understood Abraham's history of understanding and how he moved the Most High. He understood this. So he didn't fight on this because he understood if he was to, they would be at odds.